Christians are selling everything because they think the world ends today. This isn't a drill, it's Rapture talk, and it's exploding on your For You page right now. A South African pastor's prophecy that the rapture would happen on September 24th has gone viral, and believers are taking it seriously. People are quitting their jobs, selling their cars, and leaving Bibles in their homes for those left behind. One woman in Louisiana claims she was fired right after praying to be home for the event, seeing it as divine confirmation. The internet is divided between mockery and genuine fear, with millions watching to see if the world actually ends. This is a real-time apocalypse watch party fueled by faith and viral algorithms. Whether it's a divine warning or a massive online delusion, Rapture Talk is the most compelling reality show on the internet right now. Are you watching?
Archaeologists just found proof that Christians were hiding in plain sight 2,000 years ago. In the ancient Turkish city of Laodicea, one of the 7 cities mentioned in the book of Revelation, a massive Roman council hall has been unearthed. But here's the bombshell. Carved into the seats of this government building are secret Christian symbols, like the Chi Rho monogram. This wasn't just a church, it was a political hub, meaning early Christians weren't just hiding in catacombs, they were operating within the very heart of the Roman Empire, leaving their mark on the halls of power. This discovery proves that the early church was more integrated and defiant than we ever imagined, a secret society thriving under the nose of its persecutors. This is a real-life Da Vinci Code, and it's rewriting the history of faith. What else is buried beneath our fate?
The Bible story where a father burns his daughter alive that they never tell you in Sunday school. It's in the book of Judges, and it's terrifying. A warrior named Jephthah makes a reckless vow to God. If he wins a crucial battle, he will sacrifice the first thing that comes out of his house to greet him. He returns victorious, and the first person to run out is his only child, his virgin daughter. The text is brutally clear. After giving her 2 months to mourn the life she'll never have, Jephthah did to her as he had vowed. He sacrificed her as a burnt offering. This isn't a metaphor. It's a horrifying account of human sacrifice, a story so dark and morally complex that it's often scrubbed from modern sermons. It forces us to ask, what is the true cost of blind faith?
This ancient Hindu text predicted cosmic horror movies 3,000 years ago. In the Bhagavad Gita, the warrior Arjuna asks Lord Krishna to reveal his true universal form. What he sees isn't a benevolent god, but a Lovecraftian nightmare. Krishna transforms into the Vishwarupa, a terrifying, multi-dimensional being with infinite mouths, eyes, and arms, devouring entire universes. Warriors and gods alike are seen being crushed between his teeth, like moths flying into a flame. Arjuna, the bravest warrior alive, is paralyzed with fear, begging Krishna to return to his familiar human-like form. This isn't just a vision of God, it's a vision of time itself as an all-consuming, destructive force. It's a moment of pure cosmic horror that rivals any modern sci-fi epic, proving that our fear of the unknown is as ancient as faith itself.
The Bible's most brutal breakup story that destroyed thousands of families. After the Babylonian exile, the prophet Ezra was horrified to find that Jewish men had married foreign women. To purify the nation, he commanded every single man to divorce his foreign wife and cast out their children. This wasn't a suggestion, it was a public, legally enforced mass divorce. The book of Ezra lists the names of the men who complied, shaming them into obedience. Imagine thousands of women and children suddenly homeless and abandoned, all in the name of religious and ethnic purity. It's a shocking story of state-sanctioned family separation that feels chillingly relevant today. In an era of debates about borders and identity, this ancient text reveals the brutal reality of what can happen when religious zeal turns into law. It's the Bible's own cancel culture with devastating consequences.
A prophet called bears to maul 42 children for making fun of his baldness. This isn't a dark fairy tale. It's in the Bible. The prophet Elisha is walking to Bethel when a group of young boys comes out of the city and starts mocking him, shouting, "Go on up, you bald head." In response, Elisha doesn't just get angry, he curses them in the name of the Lord. Immediately, 2 female bears emerge from the woods and maul 42 of the boys. It's one of the most shocking and seemingly disproportionate acts of violence in the entire Old Testament. Why would a man of God summon wild animals to attack children for a playground insult? It's a story that raises deeply uncomfortable questions about divine power, respect, and the brutal nature of the ancient world. It's a biblical story that's more horror than holy.
The Bible's most awkward family dinner must have come after this catfishing scheme went horribly wrong. In the book of Genesis, a patriarch named Judah tragically loses 2 sons. According to custom, his 3rd son should marry the widow, Tamar, but Judah refuses. So Tamar takes matters into her own hands. She disguises herself as a prostitute, waits by the side of the road, and seduces her own father-in-law, Judah. He sleeps with her, promising to send a goat as payment later. When he can't find the prostitute to pay her, he lets it go. 3 months later, he hears his daughter-in-law is pregnant and, in a fit of rage, orders her to be burned alive. But Tamar has the receipts. She produces his staff and seal, proving he's the father. It's an ancient story of deception, survival, and family secrets.
God commanded this marriage that would break the internet today. The book of Hosea starts with one of the most shocking divine instructions in the entire Bible. God literally tells the prophet Hosea, "Go marry a promiscuous woman and have children with her." This wasn't a test or a metaphor. It was a direct command. Hosea obeys, marrying a prostitute named Gomer, who repeatedly cheats on him. God's purpose was to create a living, breathing, and painful metaphor for Israel's unfaithfulness to him. Imagine a modern pastor announcing this on a Sunday morning. The scandal would be immense. It's a raw, uncomfortable, and deeply personal story that forces a confrontation with the nature of unconditional love, sin, and divine communication. It's a marriage that was designed to be a public spectacle, a divine reality show with a powerful message.
This Bible story makes Game of Thrones look like a Disney movie. It's a brutal tale of royal incest, rape, and revenge. In 2 Samuel, King David's son, Amnon, becomes obsessed with his beautiful half-sister, Tamar. He fakes an illness, lures her to his room, and violently rapes her. Afterward, his lust turns to hatred, and he throws her out in disgrace. Tamar is left devastated, a victim of a crime that goes unpunished by her father, the king. But her brother, Absalom, never forgets. He waits 2 full years, nursing his rage, before inviting Amnon to a feast and having his servants murder him in cold blood. This isn't a sanitized Sunday school lesson. It's a raw, unfiltered look at the dark side of power, lust, and family trauma. A story of justice denied and vengeance taken.
This pastor's sermons are breaking the internet right now, and it's not for the reasons you think. In the wake of conservative activist Charlie Kirk's death, the sermons of Pastor Vadi Baucham have exploded across social media. His fiery messages against woke ideology, sin, and liberal theology are resonating with millions, creating a new viral wave of conservative Christian content. Botcham's tributes to Kirk and his unflinching gospel messages are being shared and debated, making him one of the most talked about religious figures online today. This isn't just about one pastor, it's a cultural moment, revealing a huge and highly engaged audience for a brand of Christianity that is unapologetically traditional. As the culture wars rage on, figures like Botcham are moving from the pulpit to the TikTok feed, and their influence is growing exponentially. It's a digital revival happening in real time.